Do you ever find yourself struggling with anxiety? I know I do. It's almost as if the thoughts come at me from right out of the air. Oh my God, this pain. And the next one's on top of me. How do I fix this? They're there in my mind, chanting, oh my God, this pain. How do I fix this? It's always going to be like this. I can't handle this. It's amazing how quickly these thoughts have me surrounded. But I'm not even aware of them yet. It's as if they're still only in my unconscious. Still hidden beneath shadows. And it's underneath these shadows that the thoughts they start to move. They start to drift. They start to gain energy and power over me until pretty soon they've all piled up. It's amazing how quickly that panic can take over, how quickly that despair can take over, and all the options and ways out of this hopeless situation. And then a moment of awareness comes, and I can see each for what it is, a thought. I take a moment, I connect to what I'm sitting on, I connect to what I'm standing upon. I realize I don't have to hold myself up so stiff. I try to relax myself to whatever's underneath me. Then I look around the room and really take a moment to take things in, to hear the sounds. And then I pose myself a question. Can I handle this moment right now, today? And the answer for me has always been yes. I have found for me when anxiety or despair takes over, typically I've thrown myself into a future situation that I think is going to be too much for me to handle, and I become overwhelmed. Or I've taken something negative from my life today and projected it forward. It's also possible that a person could have anxiety or overwhelm from being stuck in a past memory of a traumatic event or something that was overwhelming. But I found that when I can take a moment to bring myself into the present, I find that I can very often find a sense of safety there. And in spite of all the pain that I've experienced, both physical and emotional, I have found that I've always been able to handle that present moment. This isn't intended to be therapy. If you're struggling with something in your life, there's tremendous help in reaching out to someone who's been trained. This is just something that I have found has always worked for me, and I hope it can work for you too. Being present doesn't mean don't take action. If you're experiencing anxiety because you've got a difficult situation in your life today and you've projected that situation into the future, and that situation is something that's in your power to change, then it's important that you do so. It's going to be a lot easier to find moments of ground at times when you're not panicked. So although this is a practice that I do in times of anxiety, I actually try and implement it and do it just throughout my day in a regular routine. I find the more that I can connect to that grounded state, the harder it is for me to get to a panic state. I've also found that what I take in through my senses has a drastic impact on my body physiologically. And so if I was to think about watching TV, and one option was a tense thriller, and the other one was a light comedy, watching one or the other is going to massively impact my state of mind. And so I try to choose options that are more calm, more grounded in moments when I'm experiencing anxiety. This even goes with regards to music. I'll even choose lo-fi music or even listening to nature sounds. I find these help to kind of bring my body down and make me feel more peaceful. One of the other practices that I found very helpful with anxiety, especially in regards of falling to sleep, is the next time you're in a peaceful setting, whether you're out in nature in a park, to really take a moment to experience it through your senses, to really fully appreciate it and take it in. And then when you're trying to fall asleep at night, recreate this in your imagination. Hear the sound of the brook, hear the sounds of the wind through the trees, the touch of bark upon your fingertips, the rocks and ground beneath your feet, to really recreate it in your imagination. And I found this has allowed me to find peace a lot of the time in a way that allows me to fall to sleep. I found that most of my anxiety stems around chronic illness and chronic pain, and the projection of that into the future is absolutely overwhelming. And it's hard for me at times to separate that projection from reality, to acknowledge the fact that me seeing myself still in pain at 35 or still in pain at 40 is really just a projection, and it's not the truth of things. That it's always possible for things to be better, that it's always possible for healing to take place. Next time you're experiencing anxiety or overwhelm, I encourage you to make yourself present. No, Alec, not make yourself present. Make yourself present. And then ask yourself the question, can I handle this moment right now, today? If you've appreciated this video, please consider taking the time to share it with someone in your life who you think could appreciate it, or leave a comment and some feedback down below. This helps me expand my channel and get it to more people, but the feedback also helps me make better videos in the future. Thanks for watching.